A follow-up email can strengthen or sabotage a professional relationship. In professional settings, a follow-up email is not just a courtesy, it is a pivotal marker that can maintain or break a relationship. A brief thank you, a timely confirmation, or a considerate next step can strengthen trust. Conversely, a robotic reply or prolonged silence can quietly sabotage what was built. One small act after a meeting can shape the entire perception of you professional or careless. A follow-up email doesn't just send information, it sends a condensed version of who you are, how you think, how you connect, and how you show respect. After the interview, 2 candidates stood out, but only one was selected. Why? That person sent a short thank you email expressing appreciation and reiterating interest. The other remained silent. In professional settings, silence is not just an absence, it can be a red flag. A follow-up email, though small, is a continuation of the relationship, a sign of initiative, and a reflection of someone who pays attention to detail. A person who knows how to end well often knows how to begin right. Among countless meetings, not everyone is remembered, but someone who sends a follow-up email at the right time, to the right person, with the right tone is someone who leaves a mark. Sending an email is not just an act of acknowledgement, it's a message of attitude. I value your time. I don't take this meeting lightly. In a competitive environment, professionalism doesn't come from grand gestures, but from small actions repeated with consistency. The follow-up email is one of those acts, small, but never insignificant. An effective follow-up email requires 3 elements: right timing, right tone, and right message. The ideal time is within 24 hours, while impressions are still fresh. The tone should be professional, yet sincere, avoiding robotic phrasing. Content should be concise, personalized, and express specific gratitude. A line that revisits a key exchange point or suggests a next step adds actionable value. Writing an email isn't hard, but writing one that invites a reply, that's a skill. Some people treat the follow-up email as a chore, copying templates, lacking emotion, sending just to tick a box. Others forget entirely, only to realize when the opportunity has passed. Common mistakes such as late sending, overly long messages, vague language, or lack of personalization reduce the email's value. Worse, they make the receiver feel disrespected. In professional life, indifference or carelessness in a follow-up is not a technical mistake, it's a signal of disengagement from the relationship. In intercultural communication, the same message can land differently depending on tone. A polite email in Japan may seem distant in the US if too formulaic. Conversely, overly casual writing in Europe may appear unprofessional to Asian recipients. Writing a follow-up is not just about translating language, it's about translating cultural context. A thoughtful communicator adjusts not only words, but tone to reflect empathy for the reader, wherever they are. In a startup competition, judges received dozens of pitches. Only one team sent a thank you email that night, referencing a judge's question and offering extra materials. The email wasn't long, but it was right. As a result, they were the only team invited to the mentorship round. Sometimes, it's not the best idea that wins, but the way you make others feel, you truly want to go far with them. And sometimes, that begins with a simple email. A follow-up email is a soft closing to a meeting, but also a bridge to future collaboration. Not every meeting leads to a deal, but a well-timed email can make you more memorable than any pitch. In a world where everyone is busy, the person who takes a few minutes to write sincerely is the one who invests in relationships. And that is what creates lasting impact. A follow-up email is not just a formality, reflects thoughtful communication and professional mindset. It doesn't need to be long, but it must be right. Not flashy, but timely and targeted. A thank you note, a line of appreciation, or a simple confirmation will show that you are someone reliable. And sometimes, that's exactly what makes others want to work with you again. Try rewriting a recent follow-up email you've sent. Could it be shorter, more sincere, or more specific? If this piece helped you reflect on the way you connect, feel free to share it. Hit like, subscribe, and follow us as we keep exploring small skills with big impact.